Guys, Blader Dasher back, and today, in this video, I'm going to be trying to make the best Knight Lance combo that you can make. But right before we get started, please hit that like button and subscribe. Click the notification bell if you want to see my next video come up. And tell me down in the comments down below what other videos I should do next, what other battles I should do. But other than that, we'll start. So just so you know, I'm not going to be using the Dronzer S layer or blade I should say, because it's mostly a collectible item, so I don't really want to screw that up. So let's look at the parts too and why it's not really working out that well. Stock. So for the stock blade, this is not really meant for defense. This is mostly meant for attack on attack combinations or attack on stamina matchups. It's not really meant for defense because of its shape. And the ratchet, it's a very high ratchet, and it has those 4 little nubs right there, which can make it turn easier. So it's kind of weak because of that. And the high needle bit has low resistance. It has decent defense though, but it's just the layer can't really support its performance tip. So we're going to be taking these parts and we're going to be replacing them with parts that will work better for it. So the first part that we're going to be taking is we're going to be using the 360 ratchet from Dran's sword. This is good because it has 3 blades and it has very good burst resistance because of that. Unlike 460 or my 480, this has 3 sides and they're not as easy to burst. That's why they're one of the best ratchets out there. Next, you can either use these 2 bits if you want. You can either use taper or point. To make things interesting, I want to start off with point. They basically have the same use. They're good for attack if you want good stamina. Unlike flat, it goes out of control and you'll get tons of attack power. This one you have a little bit more control and stamina. So this one is probably the best you'll get. So I'm going to use point. So we're going to put the combo together and then we will test it out. So this combo is Knight Lance 360 points. But again, if you don't have point, you can always use taper from Hell Scythe. So yeah. But I see so many taper combos on this thing and I want to see if point is any good for it. So we'll see. And with some combos that we're going to be using, we're going to be using Dran's sword with 560 flat. We're going to be using Knight Shield 380 high needle. We'll be using Wizard Arrow with 380 and ball. So they're all competitive combos, but I'm not going to be using Wizard Arrow. This time I'm going to be using Hell Scythe because it's a little bit more aggressive and has decent stamina as well. So, and just a recommendation, if someone wants to use like spike for defense, never do that because it's a very small tip and it has bad defense. Okay, so these are the 3 combos we'll be using to test out this combo. So let's see. I might switch this out because I don't want to screw up my only 560 ratchet. So I'm going to be using 460 instead. It's a little risky because of the lower burst resistance, but I want to give it a shot. Instead of 560, I'm going with 460. So, because I want my Leon Claw to look beautiful still. Alright, so let's test out these combos. First, we'll test out its attack power. So we'll have the Knight Shield combo first. This thing is really good at that. Really good at counterattack and defense. So not shocking. Whoops, it wasn't all the way in the launch. But that's the downside about high needle. It has lower burst resistance. Okay. But we did 2 battles with points. Now I want to switch it out with taper. So now this is what you can see if you don't have the points bit. So we'll put this back on my Leon Claw, and we'll put taper on. Okay, now instead of point it is taper. So we're going to be using the same combo, but we're going to be using taper on Nightlights. And also, if you want to use a counterattack combo, you can put 560 or 360 taper. It's good at countering attack types, but I'm using this defense combo instead. It's good attack power, but it didn't really get the job done. Okay. Didn't get those hits in it really needed. That was a self-KO. Okay. Now I'm thinking that point is better than ooh, a hop right there. The thing about high needle is that it has decent stamina too, but it's tilting way too much. Okay, Night Lance takes it. So you see it kind of has more stamina towards the end. Okay, now we're going to be using the Hell's Scythe combo, which is 380 ball. So let's see what it can do. We'll be using taper because not a lot of people have Leon Claw on them. But you can always put points on. Okay. It burst. It's not like it's never going to burst. But that's kind of the downside about Night Lance. Okay. Let's try again. I really like this Leon Claw launch. It's very smooth. Ooh, just pushing it into the pocket. Okay. This combo right here is very, very good for stamina. But I heard like you can put like 560 on here too, and it'll still work pretty well. It just can't control itself. Taper. I don't like that. I don't like it can't control itself. Hell Scythe should take this. Okay. Oh, man. I'm gonna try to angle the launcher this time. This will be the last battle with Hell Scythe. I'm gonna angle the launcher. See if I have better control. Ooh, a burst finish. Okay. Alright. The Hell Scythe did pretty darn well for sure. So if you want to use a stamina combo for any tournaments or anything, you should definitely use this. Okay. Now we're going to be using the Dran Sword combo. Let's see what happens. And just hope that my Knight Lance does not get busted by the Dran Sword. This thing has a reputation of destroying blades. I think the stadium needs some cleanup too. 360 or 560 is a little bit more consistent, but I don't want to ruin my 560 ratchet, so that's why I avoided using 560. And also, if you have a worn down Drain Sword, you can put something like 380 ball on it, and it'll still do pretty well. Okay. So let's do one more. Alright, Drain Sword clearly has the upper hand when it comes to that. So I want to see what happens if Point does any better against the Point definitely has better stamina, for sure. But right now it's tornado stalling, basically. But I think Point is a little bit more consistent with Knight Lance, so this is probably the combo you should go with. Knight Lance 360 Point, because I have a little bit more control with Point compared to Taper. My opinion, Taper goes a little bit out of control, which I'm not a huge fan of. But this one has a little bit more control if you need it. It still goes on the extreme line, of course, but let's go to the center quite a bit. So, yeah, this is my Knight Lance combo. So, if you liked this video, please like and subscribe. Click the notification bell if you want to see my next video come up. And tell me down in the comments down below what other videos I should do next, what other battles I should do. But other than that, later Dasher out.